Last year was the year of growth for me. And then this year was the year of yes, to like saying yes to the unknown. The way I look at it is like, you have one life to live. If you feel it in your gut, listen to that, trust that, say yes, and go for it.
Welcome to the Empower Podcast, where wellness meets real life and empowerment becomes your way of being. I'm your host, Sam.
Welcome back, you guys, and happy Thanksgiving week.
I'm hungry.
You're hungry?
Yeah.
Just thinking about the Thanksgiving food?
Love Thanksgiving coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited. I love Thanksgiving.
I know it's my mom's favorite holiday.
Is it?
It's probably up there for me, but
Maybe that's
my mom,
why it's
loves
like
it.
nostalgic for
Yeah,
you,
I think
because
so.
she loves it so much.
yeah, probably.
I don't know. I just feel like Thanksgiving is like, for me, it's like super relaxing in the sense that like I love Christmas, but I feel like there's a lot of like happy chaos with Christmas, just with all of like the presents and like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
The
Thanksgiving.
excitement.
Right. I feel like Thanksgiving is like, you're always at like somebody's house just chilling, eating great food. Like it's like a happy holiday, all about like gratitude and thankfulness.
My goal is to eat until I'm uncomfortable.
Are you going to work out on Thanksgiving?
What? Yeah. Of course.
We need to figure out if we're going to do a little turkey trot, 5K.
I'll be real honest. That doesn't sound appealing to me.
Like the
We
fact
just
that,
ran a marathon.
well, then a 5K should be easy.
I'll watch. I'll
I
chaperone.
always did like the turkey trots growing up. And what's so funny is a lot of my listeners know this, but I was not athletic growing up. I was a dancer, sang, danced, or like the theatrical type stuff. And so like running and like team sports was like never my thing until my 20s, like when I found it all. But I remember like my parents being like, okay, guys, turkey trot, got our signups, have to be up at like 6 a.m. to go get our like bibs and all the things. And I would like loathe it. The only thing that got me to go was the fact that we would always get donuts after. And I'd be like, okay,
Oh,
heck
say
yeah,
less.
donuts. Because we would always do like the turkey trot. And then when we would walk to the Krispy Kreme. However, I told my mom for tomorrow, because I think we're going to do the 5K, but like walkable because we have the kids. And I
We
mean,
got
unless
that
I
big
was
stroller.
about to say we could do the stroller and just do a little trot.
If I could drag them, I would do it. I don't know if I want to push them. I don't like pushing the stroller.
Yeah.
If I could just pull them behind me.
I've never ran with a stroller. We could test it
I don't
out
think I've
tomorrow.
ever run a turkey trot. I don't think my mom did them. I'm pretty sure my dad did 1 or 10. I'm not positive.
1 or 10.
I'm sure he did more than one. I
Well, we're
have
probably
no
going to do
idea.
it tomorrow. I think on our agenda we have 5K, walk or run, and then we'll probably do like $5 donuts. I told my mom, she was like, let's go to Krispy Kreme again. I'm like, let's go get $5 because like better ingredients,
Better sugar.
better sugar.
I'm curious what everybody listening would prefer: Krispy Kreme, Dunkin' Donuts, or either an artisanal donut or a donut shop. I'm a donut
Probably a
shop all day.
donut shop.
Yeah.
I feel like the older you get to, you like appreciate those things. It's like fun to find like the good shops with the
Find a
best
good
pastries.
glaze. That's all I need.
But yeah, I love Thanksgiving. I'm excited just to like take a day of rest, and like showing gratitude and thankfulness is just honestly like a form of therapy for me, in the sense that like if I'm having a bad day or if I'm nervous about something, or just even like with a lot of my breath work every day, like affirmations and like showing gratitude through those.
Big affirmation girl.
Yeah, but I swear it makes such a difference. I swear it makes such a difference. And I thought it would be fun if like this hour we talk about gratitude, but from like a Q&A perspective, and just kind of like look back at this past year and kind of connect to like moments of gratitude and thankfulness. And like we've hit a lot of big milestones this past year, and I feel like it would be
Been a
good.
busy year.
I feel like it would be great to like take a moment to just reflect and like soak it all in and kind of share all of it with our listeners, but also like some things that we had not really talked about before. I think it would be great to chat about today. So for you, is there like one moment this past year that you're like, I'm very thankful for that?
I guess it's 2-part. 1, getting engaged, and 2, moving into a new house together, because it really kind of set the tone for the next, 5 to 10 years, and having that opportunity to do it with you and do it with someone that you're in love with and want to do those things with, versus kind of just going along with the flow previously But now it's like, okay, we wanted to do these things and create a new way of going about life. And so that for me was like a pretty pivotal turning point. The moving in part's chaotic.
It's very chaotic. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Like, I've had to show a lot of gratitude and like affirmations, all the things during this time. Cause I have like, it's been hard the past month because I don't know if it's just like me having ADHD. Like, I thrive in a clean environment, an organized environment. And like when the environment's chaotic, I feel chaotic and I have a really hard time regulating. And I know that you've seen that.
Sure have.
You've loved me through it.
Love you through it. It's tough.
It's been really hard.
But we've talked about that. It's going to be messy. Yeah. We don't have the time to just sit around all day and just clean stuff. It's like there's bits and pieces that have to be fixed and taken care of and put together, and it just takes a lot of time. And we're still traveling during that time. I mean, we're in marathon 2 days after we moved in. So
I know. And I've just had to learn to be like, it's okay. Like, I've always been the type that everything is in its spot when I go to bed. So when I wake up in the morning, it's all clean and organized. And I'm like, all right, well, I can do that with the kitchen and nothing
99.9% of the time, the kitchen's spotless when we go to bed.
Yeah.
And wake up and it's like, okay, that's fine. But
exactly.
If you look left or right, you're like, okay.
Last year was the year of growth for me. And then this year was the year of yes, to like saying yes to the unknown. And the way I look at it is like, you have one life to live, you know? And it's like, just, if you feel it in your gut, listen to that, trust that, say yes and go for it. And I've really leaned into myself and trusting myself this year. And it's given me so much opportunity because of that, which is really neat. And I think just from the podcast to the move and our engagement and just like quite literally saying yes to you. No, but like it's amazing like where our life has gone because of it.
As the times have been stressful, especially with the move and still traveling, what has been something that's helped you stay somewhat grounded and kind of bring you back to, okay, it'll be fine versus, you know, just letting the stress take over?
I'm telling you, it's all mental. It's all mental because that is like the one thing you can control. The house might be a mess, right? Things might not be unpacked. Your schedule might be crazy. You know, work might be an overload. But what you can control is your thoughts and the energy that's produced by that. So for me, it's been taking moments to just center myself, quite literally. And what that can look like is like 5 minutes in the morning of just some breath work. People know I love doing that, whether it's me getting ready, you know, while I'm doing my makeup or actually me sitting down with my red light, but taking 5 minutes just to breathe and talking to yourself, quite literally.
I talk to myself all the time.
But I am so thankful for this house that has blessed us already and is going to continue to bless us. I am so thankful for my family, for my kids and our health, right? And safety. And I'm thankful for this, thankful for that. And it's like, if you do that for 5 minutes a day and you just show gratitude of the things that you're thankful for in your life and the opportunities that have been brought to you, it's amazing after that 5 minutes how you feel. It's wild.
Today's episode is brought to you by Dream Recovery, the ultimate brand for optimizing your rest and recovery. As someone who is about creating a healthy balance in all areas of their health, I know how much good sleep transforms your performance in your everyday life, and Dream Recovery takes it to the next level. Dream Recovery's innovative products are designed to help you wake up feeling like your best self, whether it's their Dream Strips, which I personally use every night, that help you breathe better and sleep deeper, or their Dream Tape Plus, infused with anti-aging skincare to promote nasal breathing and glowing skin. This brand is all about helping you feel refreshed, restored, and ready to conquer the day. I personally thought mouth tape was just a trend, but decided to try it out anyways, and I kid you not, you guys, after a few nights of using it, I noticed my sleep improved and my energy increased. I really could see the difference on my Garmin watch and saw my REM and deep sleep cycles lengthen, which was wild to me. Bonus, if your partner snores, slap some mouth tape on them because Ian even stopped snoring. I love that Dream Recovery's mission is rooted in the idea of awakening our full potential, because when we sleep better better, we do better. So whether you're an athlete, a busy parent, or just someone trying to prioritize wellness, Dream Recovery has the tools you need to level up your recovery game. Visit dreamrecovery.io and use the code SAM15 at checkout.
If there's one thing about me, I love my skincare routine. I love my makeup routine, but there are some mornings I'm rushing to get ready. The kids are running around. My coffee is half finished and there's so much on my mind. And honestly, I just don't have time for a 10-step routine. And I definitely don't have time for products that don't pull their weight. But that's where ClearStem has literally changed the game. I've been really loving their You Are My Sunshine Vitamin C Serum and their Hydro Glow Moisturizer. It's just become part of my simple everyday routine and quick steps that actually make a difference. And my skin feels so much smoother, brighter, and so much more consistent, even on the days where I feel like I am running behind. And one of the things I love most is that ClearStem doesn't make you choose between supporting breakouts or supporting aging skin. It does both, which at my age, I really appreciate. It's made with 0 pore clogging ingredients, and it goes beyond the surface to actually support your skin from the inside out. And the fact that it was created by 2 women who dealt with their own skin struggles, it just feels like a brand that actually gets what it means to juggle hormones, stress, and a busy life. And their whole system is clean, you guys. It's clinically effective and made to help your skin stay healthy long term. So if you are looking for a routine that feels doable and actually works, this is one I truly recommend. From November 19th to December 2nd, ClearStem is offering my listeners a free Hydration Heroes mini kit when you spend $75 or more at clearstem.com. That's a $68 value, including their best-selling Hydro Glow Moisturizer, their Hydro Berry Moisture Mask, and the Golden Hour Watermelon Barrier Oil. Perfectly sized for trying a new routine, traveling, or just gifting someone you love. Use code EMPOWERHH at checkout. That's EMPOWERHH at checkout for your free Hydration Heroes mini kit at clearstem.com.
Is there anything else you're doing specifically besides just talking to yourself like you're sitting there? Are you saying certain things over and over again?
Yeah, it's just the affirmations of, and it changes. Like I'm thankful, for my health. And a lot of the times too, it's like affirmations, but it's geared towards God. It's like my, a prayer in a sense, and that might look different for everyone. I feel like that really helps center myself. Also too, something that's helped me is getting myself out of the environment where maybe I'm feeling stressed or chaotic. So going on a walk, like, okay, just to clear my mind, I'm going to remove myself from the situation, go clear my mind, go on a walk. I feel like that's really helped too. So what moment for you in your fitness journey have you been most proud of this year?
In my fitness journey?
I can answer that for you.
Okay, please do.
Actually training for a marathon.
Yeah, I was probably going to go towards that one. I wouldn't say it was so much my journey. It was more our journey. I like working out with you and I like running with you. It's not for me. I like lifting now. I ran so much in college and in the SEAL teams. It's cool to do it, but it was a lot cooler to do it with you and then see you do it. And you were all excited 2 years ago when I ran it. You're like, man, I really want to run this one. And I was like, and then it came full circle that we got the opportunity to do it together. And yes, the first time I did not run at all prior to, besides stuff in CrossFit and sprints and all that kind of stuff. It's just different. And so this time you're like, are you actually going to do it? And I said, I will. And so you and I spend a lot of time doing long distance runs together. And once I started getting into, 10, 13, 15 mile runs, I was like, oh, this is cool. This is something I didn't expect myself to do again, because I just am almost 40 pounds heavier than I was in college. And
it's harder when you have more muscle.
Yeah, you just get bigger and it's like, all right, well, it's cool. But I think for actually just doing the full training with you and then running it, it was like, this is awesome.
Yeah.
So, what about you?
I think because I'm a runner, like I'm proud of the NYC Marathon because I did PR and like I shaved off so much time for my last marathon a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
I think the one thing I'm most proud of is my solo HYROX race. Like I've always been like bodybuilding, strength training, that type of lifting versus like functional, workouts and lifting. And so with HYROX, you're doing like wall balls, you're doing like sled, pull, push. And like, I didn't even touch that ever before until this past year when I started training for it. So to be able to have like done a HYROX solo and finish it pretty good time. Like I was pretty proud of myself. I did. I pushed myself.
Outside of your comfort zone too.
Yeah.
Is there an area that you think you grew mentally through fitness, not just physically?
Reflecting back on this past year, I had to learn how to slow down which for me was a lot of growth mentally because, I mean, I was working out 6, sometimes 7 days a week. You know, I lost my period a year and a half ago or 2 years ago and got it back this past February, March, but I had to quite literally slow down. And so that was really hard for me. And I knew that like when the nurse practitioner who was helping me kind of work through some medical stuff to figure out like what I need to do to get my period back, she was like, a lot of this is just like, you have to slow down and stop training so hard. And so it was like after the HYROX race in January that I was like, okay, I got to slow down. And then what happened a month and a half later, my period came back. So for me though, like working through that was a lot because I love working out and I love movement, and I just had to slow down and scale it back to 4 times a week versus 6 or 7, which was hard for me because I don't like sitting still. You know that.
Yeah.
But I'm proud of myself for that time and working through it and just listening to what my body needed.
I think you developed a little more grit over the last year with training. Yes, like it took a toll with the marathon the first time. You did things that were outside of your comfort zone.
And I'm about to even more.
You're about to even more.
Because Ironman.
Because the Ironman. And so it's cool to watch and be a part of because especially doing the HYROX lump, that was not your world when we first started dating. And you're kind of very in your...
I cannot do a wall ball.
Oh, I know. In your pattern of like what you enjoy, but it was all comfort.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, well, once you just kind of buckled down and listen, you're like, you know, I'm going to try this with the barbell, with wall balls, like whatever it might be. It was like, once you started to do it more, you're like, okay, I can actually do this. It's like, yeah, I know. And then you kept doing it and then you did really well. So that's been cool to see. I just think you got, from a mental perspective, to see you have more grit behind it and like, maybe I should try something else.
Right.
So now we're doing Ironman.
Thanks. That means a lot. Is there a way this past year that maybe you grew mentally or emotionally that you did not expect to?
I would say probably more emotionally than mentally. I've been through some pretty hard stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't think I gained any more like, okay, I can, you know.
Mental toughness.
I don't think
Okay, yeah. So emotionally,
I don't think I got any more there. Maybe just from like perspective at home, I guess, with like, it's just a different stress that I've been, you know, you go through with like, say, family life dynamic or work life dynamic, all those types of things. From an emotional standpoint, I think the outside stressors, which at the end of the day for me are just not that big. Like I can kind of bring it back and dial it back, but just being able to talk through a lot of it, I just was never good at that. I would just bottle it up and hold on to it and create resentment for whoever it might be. And I just, you know, was perfectly fine with that. And now it's like, from an emotional standpoint, nope, we're going to talk it out. We're going to get it done.
Are you relating that to like us specifically?
Other people that I'm, you know, friends with or close with or like that. It's just things that, you know, that might bother you. But yeah, for us specifically, like it's super helpful. And we've both grown in that regard. And so doing that has allowed it to like, okay, we can literally work through anything.
Yeah.
Which I don't think I ever wanted to do. So that's now I'm like,
is there a specific time this past year that you think like emotionally, like things that we had to work through that sticks out in your head?
I'm sure there are specific times. I don't know which one I would want to bring up, but is there one that you got in the back of your mind?
Like figuring out your job and your career and like you coming over to work with me. We had to kind of
tough.
Well, tough in what
tough
sense?
Transition.
Yeah, tough transition. Yeah, because you'll never find the fulfillment at the level you found while being in the teams with any other job.
We're working on that. But
we're
not
you're
going to talk about that.
I mean, I know you love working with me, but it's not that. It's just totally different. You know,
it's repurposing yourself in a different way and still having the same mental capacity for different areas, but doing this coupled with some of the things that I am going to be doing.
Yeah.
That will help out greatly.
Yeah. Because when you came over and started working with me full time in January, like you were working for a telehealth company and Joy and Blokes actually, which you loved.
Yeah.
And it just kind of was one of those things where you were already helping me with so many things and I needed to hire somebody more operational. And so like you coming on, it was like, because it's awkward for me to be like, this is what I need done. I need you to do this and this and this, and you know what I mean? Like, yeah. But I feel like, I don't think a lot of men could do what you do. Being the man and lead of the household, while still like working for my brand.
Yeah.
And it just says a lot about you. Like never once have you complained. Never once have you tried to take control. It's like, I feel like it's been a great joint effort on working together to maximize the opportunity of success with this brand that I've built and help women at the end of the day. And it's been really cool.
Well, it's just running operations. Just you get to do it with the person you love. So there's that.
It's a plus. So yeah, that was probably a big one we had to work through.
'Tis the season for all of the cooking, all of the baking, but honestly, you guys, this is the season where food feels like love to me. It's honestly because one of my love languages is cooking, and I love cooking for the people I care about. It's one of my favorite parts of the holidays. And lately, every single one of those meals, from my simple soups to my big family dinners, has been made with my Caraway cookware. It's non-toxic, it's beautiful, and it just makes cooking so much more fun. What I love most is how easy it makes everything, even heating, effortless cleanup, and no worrying about questionable coatings or plastics sneaking their way into my food, especially when over 70% of cookware in America is still coated with PTFE. And yes, microwaving plastic wrapped leftovers really can release millions of microplastics. So for me, being intentional when it comes to what I'm cooking my food with has really made a difference. And if you're hosting this year or gifting or simply upgrading your kitchen for your own sanity, their extras are seriously worth it. They have this walnut and maple butcher block that I love. They have glass lids that let you see everything without all the steam. And even their new stainless steel bar set, it's such a good gift. Or if you're the I'll make you a cocktail friend of the group. And the holidays are closer than ever, so get their gift or yours in time. Visit carawayhome.com/samcfit to take advantage of this limited time offer for up to 20% off your next purchase. Again, that's carawayhome.com/samcfit to get new kitchenware before the holidays. Caraway, non-toxic cookware made modern. So for my ladies listening that maybe are in their 30s or 40s, you know that moment when you realize, okay, my body is not bouncing back the way it used to. The early morning stiffness, taking longer to recover after workouts. Maybe your hair is shedding a little bit more than you'd like. Your skin's not as glowy. Yeah, well, getting older really does hit different. But honestly, one of the things that has made a big difference for me is collagen, and specifically Bubs Naturals collagen peptides. I use it daily, and I just throw 1 scoop in my morning coffee and that's it. No taste, no clumps, nothing weird. It just disappears. And the changes, I truly feel them, but also see them. My joints don't ache the way they used to. My skin feels smoother, and I recover from my workouts so much faster. It's wild how much your body thanks you when you actually start supporting your collagen again, because our natural collagen starts dropping in our mid-20s, which is crazy. But that's why I love Bubs. It's clean, 0 sugars, 0 fillers, third-party tested, NSF certified for sport, Whole30 approved, sustainably sourced, all the things that matter to me. And you guys know I'm picky, especially with supplements as a nutritionist. And this one I stand behind. Plus, their whole mission honors Glenn Bub Doherty, a Navy SEAL whose legacy is about helping others. And they donate 10% of profits to charity, which I think is really incredible. So if you're wanting to feel better, move better, look better, all the things, this is such an easy daily upgrade. Live better longer. For a limited time, you can get 20% off your entire order at bubsnaturals.com with the code SAMCFIT at checkout. Again, that's SAMCFIT for 20% off at bubsnaturals.com. And after you order, make sure to tell them you heard about it from our show. It helps so much.
All right, let me ask you this. Since we did get engaged this year, what lesson did our relationship teach you this year?
I don't know why I'm getting emotional. What the heck? Okay, sorry. Like truly just like uniting and becoming one in a team, and like, you know, the relationships that I've had in the past, like that's what was missing, was being on the same team and like making decisions together. And I feel like that's what like you've given me and vice versa. And so it's like looking at where we were at the beginning of the year to getting engaged, it taught me that like being on the same team and making decisions together and taking steps forward together is what it's all about. And that's what's going to create a lasting relationship. Having looked back on like past relationships, like that's what was missing. And obviously like those were just not my people. Like you're my person, you're my soulmate, but like you've reminded me, especially in the beginning, you're like, I'm here. We're not going anywhere. We're on the same team. It was like you kept affirming me in the beginning when I think that we both were trying to figure out if like a relationship was meant to be. It was like I had never been able to trust somebody the way I do with you. And I think that having that full trust and like knowing how much you love me has allowed myself to fully be in like 100%, if that makes sense, to like be on the same team. And so I think it's like, I look back at like past relationships and how we grew apart. And I think that's why, it's because we were not on the same team. We were not doing life together, which is so important. And I feel like you and I, even if there are moments of just, you know, whether it's a little argument or a lot of tension or what energy's off, whatever it may be, it's like we always come back and say like, hey, we grab each other's hand, like we're on the same team, we're doing this together. What would you say?
That no matter what, it's worth it. So no matter what goes on, like you said, any tension or bad energy or argument or disagreement, whatever it might be, it's like, you know what, it's worth it.
Should we tell them what happened before this?
Oh, yeah.
It was hectic leaving the house and I was not listening and
I don't even put it that way, but
we were late trying to get to the studio and it was just chaotic. And we walked in and literally sat down and like hadn't had time to like talk it out.
it happens. But you know what, just move on. Like it's worth it. It's okay.
Okay, speaking of relationships, was there a moment that made you feel especially supported by me?
I would say for two things. So career choice, not only working with you, but what I will be doing and kind of getting your blessing on that, knowing that I have your support behind it.
That you can't talk about.
Which I cannot talk about, but I needed that. The other would be you running the marathon for the SEAL Foundation.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do those things when I was in, but I also never felt like I had that support because there was always like, a little bit of tension behind what I was doing versus what my ex was doing or not doing for that matter. And I just didn't ever think it was like truly a supportive relationship. And I'm at fault too for not supporting every single thing that might've been going on. But now it's kind of like, whatever you plan on doing, I'm like, yeah, go for it. I got you. I can help out with whatever needs to be done at home, that kind of stuff. And you're vice versa. You're like, hey, I can take care of the kids, or I can hold on the fort, kind of thing. If you need to leave and go, do what you need to do. So I think those two things were pretty crucial for me.
I love that. Well, I'm glad. I hope I can always show up like that. Like you always show up and support me, which I'm so thankful for. But if I had to pick like one or two, I would say the first one being a business endeavor that I've been working on since quite literally April?
Yeah.
That will be launching next year. And I'm excited to share more with you guys. But I've always had like your blessing and support since day one. Like you've never questioned me on anything. Have always just been so supportive as this is like growing this business. And I think the other thing is like the move, just like moving to this new house, going to be running the podcast out of it. There's a lot of different, things, but like I told you, like, I love this house, like this is it. And you've always been like so supportive. So I think those are like two big ones.
Has there been any moments this year that reminded you why you do what you do every day?
Specifically, I think about the podcast and I think about my app, but it's hearing from the women in my DMs and messages and comments of just like, this episode resonated with me, like whether it's like us talking, you've given me hope to like keep showing up for myself to eventually find who I'm meant to be with, or I saw a guy's message come through on like about us that was like, you and Ian have been such an inspiration to my wife and I. We started doing this and that. Or,
cool.
I just got a DM from someone that, the episode I had about the period being missed and how I got that back after 13 months. They listened to that and they finally got their period back after changing some things that I mentioned, like things like that. That's just cool. Like all I'm doing at the end of the day is just sharing my life, and I want to help people and resonate with people and help people learn and grow and become more knowledgeable in this field of like health and wellness and fitness. And so the podcast has been a huge opportunity for me to be able to show up in that way, but also like my app too, obviously putting up programs, nutrition, recipes, other resources to help women get the results they want physically emotionally and mentally as well, has been pretty amazing. And just to like hear from these women, like that's the biggest thing. And that's what makes me wake up every single day and keep grinding, is hearing from these women, like you guys listening, that have the opportunity to help. It's just pretty amazing.
I think they motivate you
Oh, they do, for sure.
quite a bit, and it keeps you going. You get your cup filled.
Yeah. I mean, there's some days that like I'll wake up and be like, oh, I really don't want to go to the gym today. Then I go on my app and it's like all these girls that are like, oh, this workout was killer, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, if they can do it, I can do it too. It's like we motivate each other. None of us are perfect, but like that's what life's about, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah. And that's another thing that I'm just so grateful for. Like if I had to think of like one thing I'm most proud of this past year from a career standpoint, it would be this podcast, because we've seen tremendous growth and we've reached hundreds of thousands of lives and listeners that have been able to hopefully take away some pretty profound things, whether it's conversation you and I, whether it's having guests on the podcast. Like we've had some incredible guests this past year, and I'm just so thankful for the opportunity to have interviewed them, because I've learned so much, and like I know the listeners have, because I hear from you guys. Yeah, you too. So that's been pretty cool.
Awesome.
One thing I've realized about myself is I like to put a lot on my plate. I'm sure you guys know this, from Ironman training to kids, work, content, the podcast, relationships, friendships, just everything in between. There were some days I was catching myself thinking, why am I this tired when I'm trying to do all the right things when it comes to sleep and nutrition and movement? Well, that's what made me want to try the new MitoPure longevity gummies from Timeline. And you guys, they have genuinely helped me feel more steady, strong, and energized day to day. But here's what makes them different, is that they work at the deepest level in your cells. As we train harder and get older, our bodies just do not create energy as efficiently, and these gummies help support that process, so your energy comes from within, not from another source of caffeine or a quick boost. It actually feels like my body is keeping up with the demands I'm putting on it. And for my active girls, this part is huge. MitoPure is clinically shown to increase muscle strength and endurance over time. And with the volume I'm training right now, I've noticed my recovery feeling smoother, and I'm not dragging after those long runs or heavy lifting sessions or just those back-to-back workouts with Ironman training. It feels like my baseline is stronger. And I'm picky about quality. These are vegan, gluten-free, non-GMO, NSF certified, and MitoPure is the only clinically proven form of urolithin A. They even deliver 6 times more urolithin A than a glass of pomegranate juice. Plus, they're gummies, a nice little tasty snack, which means I actually remember to take them. So if you're looking for more strength, more endurance, and more of that my body is working with me feeling, especially through this busy season that we're in, you guys need to try them. My friends at Timeline are offering my listeners 20% off. Just head to timeline.com/CMCFit. That's timeline.com/CMCFit. Your cells will thank you. The holiday season is here, and when it comes to activewear, that means all of the leggings, the long sleeve t-shirts, the zip-up jackets, and I'm going to be honest, I'm very picky when it comes to my activewear, and you guys, I've been loving Fabletics lately. The first thing that sold me were the leggings with the no-roll waistband. I wear them for home workouts, if I go to the gym to lift, just running errands, or really anything. And their joggers, I love them so much. They keep their shape all day and somehow still feel so soft. I even wore one of their half zip jackets when I was with the kids the other day, and it was like an all day thing. It held up so well. What really surprised me was the quality though. It feels like the super premium stuff that usually costs a fortune. But when I signed up as a new VIP, I could not believe it. I got 80% off everything. 80%. I mean, finally a brand that understands women who want to look put together without spending $200 on one pair of leggings. And honestly, I did not realize how much I would wear Fabletics until I tried it. And now it's just included into my weekly wardrobe, whether I'm lifting, running around with the kids, or just trying to make it through a chaotic day at home working. And Fabletics already has amazing deals, but right now they're running one of their biggest sales of the year. And I have an exclusive offer just for you. 80% off everything when you sign up as a VIP. Head to fabletics.com/CMCFit to grab it. That's fabletics.com/CMCFit for 80% off your entire order when you join as a VIP.
It's funny because in the corporate world, something that I did was write down like all my accomplishments from the year prior. And that was really for like the year in review, right? Just to kind of like hit those those wins. And so I started doing that for my life now, like personally and career. And so I just want to list some of the highlights from this past year that I'm thankful for. So I had my collab with ProMix, cinnamon swirl protein, which was so much fun.
It was a good time.
Literally, if I could have created my favorite food and a protein, there you go. Cinnamon roll. It was such an amazing opportunity to work with such an amazing brand that I work with every single day and just love so much. So that was really cool. Launching the podcast, and just to think of like where we started in January to where we're at now. That's so cool. So launching the podcast and growing that this past year, working with Puma with HYROX. We went to Vegas. We went to Berlin and had the coolest, wildest race there. Literally raced in a hailstorm outside. That was wild.
Standard Berlin.
Standard Berlin, but like that was really cool because then we went to Switzerland and had just like a really great time with you there. Had a really awesome spring break trip with the boys and my mom. She came. That was so much fun. We went to 30A. On that trip is where I had my first call with the Pursuit Network to join their network. And that was March. And look where we're at now. Like all the growth that was brought by that, and get to work with such an amazing team for the Empower podcast with Pursuit. Empower by Sam, my fitness app, all the growth there, all of the amazing challenges and programs that have come out from that this past year, and just to like continue to meet so many amazing women and talk with them every single day in the app and just like see these results that these women are having is pretty amazing. Grayson started kindergarten, which is wild. Big milestone there. The engagement, being able to like have the kids there for that all together. The move, wild, like a dream house. And I think just being able to work with so many amazing brands, like content creation is a huge part of my life as well. And I get the opportunity to work with so many amazing brands, like just to name some, like Vuori, Nike, Garmin, Puma, Hoka, Abercrombie, Sephora, like got to work with so many incredible brands that, you know, when I started this career a couple of years ago, like I had all of these on a list. So to really live that out is so amazing. And so I'm just so thankful for the opportunity. And that's just to name a few, right? Like there's so many amazing things that have happened this year. I think the biggest thing that I've been so happy about and grateful for is the opportunity to connect with you guys. So many of you. I love that. Like whether it's in DMs or comments or in my app, like that's what I love, is connecting with you girls and learning more about you. So keep the comments coming, keep the DMs coming. I just love connecting with you guys.
It's been a good year.
Been a good year.
Is there one memory you have with the kids this year that like sticks out for you? One specifically with the boys, or one with Reagan, or all of them?
Most recently was Grayson's birthday, like taking that like waterfall hiking trip, which was a fiasco in and of itself.
Have you talked about the birthday extravaganza?
We have not.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Well, basically, long story short, we rented this Airbnb, and for Grayson's birthday, we give all the kids an option if they want to have a birthday party or a birthday experience. So a birthday experience is usually like a one-night getaway, whether it's a trip to go camping or water park, whatever it may be. Grayson he chose the birthday experience, and he wanted to go camping. So I got like this Airbnb cabin situation that was blue, and I was like, oh, it'll be perfect. We did the waterfall hike all day. We went to the Airbnb, and I walked in, and there was like a wave that hit me of just like mold, and we found black mold. Needless to say, we did not stay there. We went back home, but it was still a great trip. They had no idea. We made it like a scavenger hunt, so they had no idea that we weren't supposed to stay there.
Played it off.
Yes, but that was like one, just like traveling with them. I think with Grayson too, like it's his first year of school in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And so like I'll never forget like him walking up those stairs. It's like these little snapshots that are
ingrained in your head.
Ingrained in my head, and just, you know, going to get my nails done with Reagan and Quinny, just like holding him. I feel like this is his last year where he can like really curl up and like I can hold him like a baby, and he's
getting dense. So.
Yeah. But like on spring break, I'll never forget when he like fell asleep on my chest at dinner. Remember that?
Yeah.
With my family, and like he hadn't done that for so long, and just like these little moments that I just never want to forget that I feel like we'll look back and think, gosh, if we could only go back and just have one day with them these ages. Like, we're in the prime, we're in our prime. Brings a tear to my eye. I'm not emotional today, you guys. What about you?
I think the excitement of the new house.
Yeah.
And seeing how, like overjoyed they were with that was really cool. There's a lot of days where they constantly ask like, hey, will you guys come play baseball, come play soccer? And it's like, we can't right now because we got to do some stuff. But a lot of that work clearly paid off. And so for them to have the opportunity to, have their new room and have their own playroom and have their own floor and that kind of stuff. And it was just really cool to see them all super, super excited for it. And again, it's that next chapter of like, okay, we get to grow this into how we want together.
Right.
With them. But
yeah,
it's cool to see how excited they were. Well, I really like that.
It really is. I think it's so nice to have these conversations just to like slow down and see like how far we've come.
This is like our gratitude reflection time.
And honestly, but this is what I would challenge like anybody listening to this, like whether it's with your husband, your boyfriend, your partner, whoever, your mom, your best friend, your brother, your sister, take a moment, or even if it's by yourself, take a moment and just think about like how far you've come this year and like what you're proud of, what opportunities maybe you're looking forward to next year, where you want to work on yourself, and just like take a moment to like be present with yourself. I swear, just like I already feel so more centered just from this conversation.
Good.
Yeah.
We're back on track.
Back on track.
Some mornings I barely have time to find matching socks, let alone do a full face of makeup. But that's where Jones Roadie Beauty comes in. Their Miracle Balm, I cannot even begin to describe how much I love this product. It's become my lifesaver. It's a multitasker, truly. I use it as a tint, a blush, bronzer, highlight, even on my lips, and it takes seconds. I can go from breakfast chaos with the kids to Zoom calls to holiday errands, a gym workout, dinner with Ian, and still feel polished without looking like I tried too hard. It's natural, it's effortless, and it honestly makes me feel put together even on the craziest days. But what I love most, it's clean. It's skin loving and actually works with your skin, not against it. No heavy layers, no mask-like makeup, just that I woke up like this glow that makes you feel confident in whatever you're wearing. And just in time for the holidays, Jones Road is doing their first ever Black Friday sale from November 18th to December 1st. You can get up to 20% off site-wide. Go to jonesroadbeauty.com and grab your Miracle Balm and any other favorites you find. That's jonesroadbeauty.com for up to 20% off. And do not forget to tell them that we sent you.
What new tradition or routine in the new home are you excited about, or have you thought about it?
Yes, Christmas and family dinners. When we get a dining room table, because I think by the time this episode airs next week, we'll have one.
Fantastic.
But we still don't have a dining room table. So I wanted to start doing like full-on family dinners, because our last house, we only had like 4 spots. And I want to do like sit-down family dinners, non-negotiable, like I have dinner ready, we're going to sit down and we're going to talk about our day. No phones, no nothing. Like I want to have that time to just like connect as a family, because I had that growing up. I know you did too, right?
And there's only 3 of us, but yeah.
And I think all 3 of you guys. No, but I think that us being on social media all day and on our computers, like it'll be so nice just to disconnect and really be intentional. So that's what I'm looking forward to. But really Christmas, I'm so excited for the new house. I just love Christmas, you guys. Like everything about it. We'll talk more about it in the next few weeks, but
I hope it snows.
I hope it snows
I really
too.
want some snow.
Because it would look dope with those long windows by the Christmas tree, and yeah.
I'm going to pelt somebody with a snowball. Yep.
When you think about your childhood and like those nostalgic moments, it's like you just had those warm, cozy feelings. Like I want to create that for our family and like the kids.
I think for me it was tough. Just being the only child, it was like all the attention was on me, and I just didn't like that. But it's nice to see all the kids like kind of collectively have attention on them and get excited and stuff. I liked seeing that.
I'm also excited to like have that time with you though, like setting up the toys the night before. And this is the first year we're going to have the kids for Christmas, like together.
Yeah.
So you guys, the past 2 years, we didn't have the kids at the same time, which was really hard.
Every holiday is scheduled the same.
So this is going to be the first year of all of our kids waking up on Christmas together. Oh my gosh.
More tears.
More tears. I'm really excited. Yeah, lots to be thankful for.
What about me inspires you on your wellness and fitness journey?
I think from a wellness standpoint, the way I view that is like a lot of mental health. And for me, like structure has been everything. Making sure I'm having like centered days where like my energy's good and I feel like I'm productive, and like you've helped me a lot with that, just like coming up with a plan and sticking to it and time blocking, which I know I've mentioned that before. But like I use like the notes app in my phone every single day, and you've really helped me with that, just like writing a list and sticking to it and being like, okay, what is like the smallest thing that you can get done that's going to take the least time, and checking that off, right? And keep going. So from that perspective, like you've really helped me there. I think from the fitness perspective, it's you've really helped me get that grit, I think, and just testing my limits. Like you've never been like, you can't do that. Like you've always pushed me and been like, you want to do a half Ironman? Okay, go do it. You're gonna have to stick to it. It might be hard, but you can do it. Like you've never been like, you can't do it, or I'm worried about you, like, which is pretty awesome, because I feel like we all at times can have like imposter syndrome, and I'm like, can I do this? You know, I've just started my training for the half Ironman, and it's gonna be a crazy next 8 months, but like to know I have your support, I think it's just helpful for me in general. What would you say about me?
Resilience.
Oh, in what way?
Like, just that no matter how hard it gets, you still show up, especially with, doesn't necessarily have to be fitness related, but more just day-to-day life. There's just a lot going on for us. And I remember some specific days of it being long, more so for you than me, but especially during marathon training, you're like, I don't care, I'm going. I got to go do it, and still showing up for it. But I'm glad I get to see that part of you, and it's progressed a lot over the last 2 years as well.
So do you think I could make it through Hell Week?
No. It would be very tough. The sleep aspect, I think, would,
I couldn't do that.
or the lack of sleep would get you. I think the cold would have got you out day one. You're hypothermic for the majority of the time you're in.
I'm cold right now.
But
what is the hardest thing you went through this year that you're most thankful for? That's the first one.
Oh boy.
And what did it teach you? Go.
Do you know yours?
My hormones. Just like with my period coming back and like learning how to like juggle that. That was hard.
Yeah, I cannot relate to that at all.
Because like emotionally, it was a lot.
It was?
And just like all the changes of like career and family, like all of that, and like my body like kind of changing a little bit. I think also too, just like it weighed on me in the sense that I think being on social media, as much as I love my body and I'm so thankful for what she can do and how strong she is, like if anybody says that like they don't have moments where they don't compare, you know, to other people or whatever, like they're lying. Like we all have moments here and there where we maybe find ourselves comparing or have a hard day body wise where, you know, whatever. And so like when I went through that time of getting my period back and my hormones went completely whack, it's like I gained, you know, a few more pounds and felt off inflammation wise, and my gut was just kind of like figuring things out. Like there was a period of time where that was really hard for me. It was really hard because it was like, oh, I have to show up for my community, but like I don't feel the best. And I think what I learned was it's okay. It's okay to have a time in life like that. Look what my body's doing. I got my period back. I'm working through it now, trying to regulate, and I feel so much better now. So it's just, you know, that was a hard time though. And I think what I learned was live in the moment, give yourself grace, and keep moving forward, quite literally, because that is what we tattooed on our bodies. And I think that we can use that in so many different ways.
I think the career shift and dynamic was the toughest one for me. I'm just not doing something that I was used to, or something that I chose previously. Mm-hmm. And then I was really discussing, because at the time it was like I was helping you while doing my job, and that was just draining. Like that was tough. It was very hard. Not physically, obviously, but more mentally and emotionally. And then we kind of really figured it out. It was like, if I'm going to make this shift, like we have to go all in on it. What I did learn from it was that it was worth, like I said earlier in this conversation, was that it's worth it. It was worth it for us because it was also tough in our relationship, us not doing it together. There'd be a little more conflict because we're trying to figure out how to do these things together, get things done to help you out. And having not been all in initially was hard. So once we did that, it was like, okay, this is worth it because we get to do literally everything together.
That's fun. Final question.
What do you got?
I asked you what the hardest thing was. We both kind of answered that. What was the best thing that happened this year?
Getting engaged.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's like the culmination of the last 2 years. Like,
To the people that said that they would never be in a relationship,
and we were adamant
we were very adamant.
about it.
No relationship. Here we
Got
are.
us. Here we are.
I'll never forget. It was that beach trip in August 2023.
So we never do it.
Yeah. We were like on the beach and hanging out and literally said to each other, yeah, we don't want a relationship. We'll just be friends. And here we are years later.
Here we are. Well,
A lot can happen.
like I said, it's worth it.
It really is. But yeah, it's crazy. Thanksgiving's here. We're going to eat all the food tomorrow.
What food are you most looking forward to?
I love like a good combo of like turkey, stuffing, and mac and cheese. I'm not a cranberry sauce girl.
No, I don't think well, we're both not. I don't.
I also like ham. I mean, I love it all. I don't discriminate. Mine is the cranberry sauce. That's pretty much it.
I just want the marshmallows and the sweet potatoes.
Oh yeah. I signed up to make that. So we got to make that for our Thanksgiving party.
I want the fat marshmallows.
Okay. Maybe you can help me make it.
I can help you eat it.
Okay. Well, that too.
I like to watch you.
I can always count on you, babe. All right. Well, I'm excited for the rest of the holiday season.
Me too.
We got some great episodes coming in the next few weeks. And also, if you guys would not mind, if you can like, comment, subscribe to whatever platform you're listening on, it means so much to us and helps us out so much. But yeah, we got some really great episodes to close out the year and talk about pipeline next year. We got some really great guests, some really great things to cover. And yeah, let us know what you want to hear in the coming weeks. If there's anything specific that y'all want to talk about, let us know. But I hope you guys have an amazing Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, and we will be back next week.
Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with a friend. It really helps us grow and bring you more great content. See you guys next week.